Hello guys, I'm Alessandro, founder of Spirit. Today we will see how does the workspace in Spirit works. Basically we start from here. We are in greatsphere.it. We go to get started and we start to create our account. Basic information, I will put my name. I agree on everything. We start from here to the Great Spirit page. We just press workspaces. We put the same credential that we have for the normal page that we decided before. So now we are here in the workspace. We just press inside the workspace. Everything in Spirit works in workspaces. So basically workspaces is a place where all your projects live. And the workspaces also have its own storage. Every project you create will create a new storage. We will see it later. You have your team that you can manage. You can invite people and give specifically permission for everyone. You can see your own task. You have the global calendar, where that is the sum of the other calendar inside the platform. And you will have a dashboard that is basically a sort of a project for all the platform. So let's create our first project. Let's create a project. Let's select the visibility. We have private, open and public. Private is only for you and you can only the people that have the permission inside your own workspace can see them. Open is basically when people can see in the dashboard here, open project or in the news page. Or public is that anyone can clone it in their own workspaces. It's like a GitHub, but with the open permission as well, where it's like a sort of something in between. So let's decide private. Let's select what is it. For now is short film. You can select the scene number. You can select the workflow preset. You can change it as well later. Okay, film production. And we can analyze, we can create the project as well and we start from a blank project, or we can analyze project file and create all the basic information of your project in this moment. Why you need this? Because I'm very lazy and I have been so lazy that I didn't want also to create the usual Google Sheets or whatever that you create every time you create a project. You have to set all the information. You will spend a days or a couple of days just setting up everything. And I think it's very robotic, so any robot can do that. So in this way, in Spirit, a robot can do that. Let's upload the screenplay. Let's analyze the screenplay here. So we found 2 scenes and 8 assets. So we can create project with AI setup and it will create all the scenes and we will import all the assets. Then it will ask us if we want to put the logline, the synopsis and the treatment and whatever. We can do that actually. We can generate with AI the logline or we can write it. We can generate the synopsis, we can just write it. It will use the logline as well. We can continue with all the parts, so we can generate the outline with all the bits of the short movie. We can generate the treatment as well. Let's close it for now. So this is our project. Welcome. So we have the menu on the left. We can go back inside the workspace here when we can find our project. And also if we go in the storage, now we have also our project here with the storage. So let's open the project and we have the story part. In the story part we have the logline and the synopsis that we wrote before using AI. We have the outline that we wrote as well before using AI. We have the treatment that we skip. We have the references where we have all the assets that AI detect that we can find also in the asset page. In the reference page, we have the opportunity to have a board. And in this board, we can add images and create images as well. And then we have the scenes where we can find our scenes, and we can add as many shots as we want inside. As I said before, we have the asset page. The asset page is where all the assets are. That might be character or might be location or wherever, can be anything. We have the production part when we can manage the tasks. We can manage your own tasks. We can manage the calendar and we can add milestone and whatever. We have the timeline when we can manage the tasks. We will dig on it later, of course. And we have the review page where you can have a sort of Frame.io type of review system. So let's do step by step everything. Let's start from the story page. You have here the synopsis and we have here the logline. We can write, of course, your own synopsis. You can write, or you can use AI for write your own synopsis. You can also use the AI assist for change in every way possible. It will use also the logline that you already wrote as a context for the new writing. So you can also change it in a more poetic way, and it will change it in a more poetic way. Selecting something in the story, you can press Alt and you can ask for change it or make it in any way possible. It's AI, so you can ask whenever you want. You all knows AI, you all use ChatGPT or Claude or whatever. So it will change your word or anything you ask for. As you can see, there is the context, and that you can select the context in any way possible. You can select different sources or can be automatically selected. Same things as for the subject. And we create all these pages in order to go one by one through everything. We save it, we go in the outline, and we have the outline that we created before. Now we are in the treatment page. You can use AI as well to create treatment, or you can write it, or you can copy and paste it. There is no limit to your creativity. So, and it will write the treatment of the story scene by scene. So, now we have here the reference page. The reference page is basically where all the asset lives, and you can play with them. You can click on one of them. You will open a board and you can play with the board until you get all the reference and all the images that you need. Let's upload an image in our board. As you can see, we have here the gallery. That is the image that are crucial for the character. There are the right one. And here we have all the rest is just inspiration, and we use for inspiration. And if we press Alt, we can generate any image, and we can also select the context for the generation of the image. If we press on an image and we press Alt, we can extract the prompt from the selected image, and we have a full prompt of the image. So we can select the quantity, the aspect ratio, and now we have the prompt of the image that is extracted. We can enhance the prompt, and we can ask like make hair blonde, and we can enhance the prompt. We can go to the context. We can select what we want inside the context. I will put the logline and the subject. I will select her as a reference, as an inspiration, and I will generate the two images. And now we have the character of our story. Great. So now we know how to put images as a reference and create images and play with that. Let's go to the screenplay part. The screenplay part is basically a place where you can edit your screenplay. It has the same shortcuts as any screenplay software. You can find them here in the Help tab. Every time you select anything, you can press Alt and you can add it as a character or as a location. If you have an asset that is just another version of another asset, you can just drag and drop it and you create a new variant. Of course, there is the copilot as well, like before. And yeah, every time you create a new scenes with a new asset, with a new location, it will create the new location inside here, and you can drag and drop it in order to keep the whole versioning of everything always inside here. As you can see, we have our character, our location. If we click on Sydney and we go in the gallery, we see all the gallery with the image we select. If we go to open board, as you can see, we are here again, the Sydney board. Let's go to the storyboard page. Here you have all the screenplay. Here you can select, like, is a wide shot. You can select the duration. I will put 5 seconds, and we can generate a new shot. We can go to the AI board. It's the same board as before. The only difference is that it's for the shots or for the scenes, and you have the scene asset gallery here, and you can select what you want to import. Let's import just Sydney. Let's just press Alt. Let's go in the context. Let's put the shot description. Let's put the camera. Let's put the project context. We don't care, but we care about the log line. Let's do two quantity, HD. We can just type something that we might like make the first shot of the scene. And they generate the first shot of the movie. I like this one. Let's do a close-up of this. Close-up. We can apply this to the panel. We can create a new panel always inside the same shot. And in this second panel, we can apply this. So it will be like a camera movement. Will be way more similar to a camera movement. So let's close it. Let's go here, and we have this. Let's go to scenes. The scenes page is synchronized with the same scenes that are in the screenplay, the same scenes that are in the storyboard. Everything is synchronized. Here you can find the scenes and you can find the shot. This shot have been created using the storyboard, but you can create other shot as well. You can find the name, you can call like this, second shot. Now, if you want to change the status of the things, if you don't have any shot inside, you can just change it from the scene perspective. If you want to change the status of the things that have shots, you have to change this shot status and it will change. So, if you want to change the column of the statuses, or you want to change the statuses as well, you can go here. That is the same or going here. And you will be in the workflow tab inside the project setting. Here you can select the template that are the same you selected when you create the project. You have the page visibility, when you can decide which page you want to hide for any reason. And here you have the department, that are the column that we saw before. You can add them from the other template, or you can create just by yourself. Now, you have the development, pre-production, production, but we know that in the post-production we need the John's approval, because John is the head of the post-production. So, we can go in here, we can add a new label like John's approval. And we can decide the color. Now, it can be like red or orange or blue, light blue. This is teal or teal. And we will just go here. We just add it, and we have here our new status. We save the workflow setting. We go here in the scenes. We go here in the post-production, and voila, we have John's approval. We can go in the asset page. The asset page is where we can track all the assets. We have, of course, the location. We have the generate here as well. We have the gallery and the references that are the same as we saw before. And here we can track our asset. Every asset has a concept. Every asset have a progress. Every asset has variant that are what we saw before. And versions. Version is like now is a short movie. We don't need any version, but you know, if you're doing an animated movies, you might need a versioning system. We can also link the asset to a task or an upload. We will see it later. And you can create your asset here. You can just press plus, fill the form, and you can create your own asset. Let's go in the production page and let's explore the tasks. Now we are here in the task administration panel. In the task administration panel, we can see all the tasks of the film. You can add a new task and we can fill this form. Let's try demo task. Demo task in the description. The department will be pre-production. The artist will be just me because I'm the only artist inside this project so far. The asset. We will put Sydney. We can point to an asset if we need it, like we can put Sydney. We select the starting date of the task. So from today to Tuesday to next Tuesday. And we can create the task in this way. And we have this task. Of course, we can also generate the task just talking using natural language. We generate a draft. We assign it to a person. We create the task. And as you can see, we have our task here. If we go to your task, we can see the tasks that are assigned to us. If we just unassign a task, as you can see, there is no this task here. So now I'm in your task. I just push to review the demo task. We select a path that is connected to the storage. We can also upload file. I will upload the storyboard. We can put any file for review. In this specific case, I will put, let's select these 3 images. I will put also a video to show you how this works with videos. So I will decide to put this video as well. That is a MUD simulation made from our simulator. Submit. Okay, we submitted, and if we go to reviews, we will find this task that is waiting for reviews. We click here and so we can give review. Here we will find the place where the path is. If I click here, I'm here in the storage, and as you can see, there is a file. Let's get back to our review. I have my 4 files here. If I click on one, I can annotate and say, oh, great, change this. We can go through all the files, and if we have a video, you have all the control for a video. So you have here this, you can multiply the speed, you can have the frames or the timing, you can change the volume if there is any volume, and then, whoa, let's change the sides in something smaller, let's change the color in green, and let's put more dirt in the face. We can choose a frame range as well, so we can do this, and then we save it, we save and exit, and we submit our review. When we go later to your task, you can find here the annotation. You just click and you can see the annotation. So your artist can see what is happening, what is happened inside the review system. And of course, can say, oh, I did it. And then can say, oh, done, perfect. Oh, wow, perfect. If we go to the timeline, you can find our amazing tasks. We can move our task. We can change the duration. We can change the place in the timeline. And if we click on this, you can see the dependencies. So you can block a task or be blocked by another task. Or you can see all the reviews. Then we have the calendar. The calendar is a way to create events and make them recorded from our bot. You can just turn on the bot if needed. So let's create an event that will be shared in our calendar. First of all, we connect to Google. We generate a Google Meet link, a title event like Monday meeting. We select the starting date. It will be June 7 on Monday from 9 to 10, always of June 7. Is a meeting. Custom color is fine. Atlas, we turn on Atlas and we generate the meeting. If you go to the calendar, we find the meeting, we find everything. Then we have Atlas. Atlas is the AI of the entire production. He knows everything about what is happening everywhere. It's actually the name of my dog. We can press now what task are in progress, or wherever. We can ask whenever we want. We get our answer, and we can just copy and paste this here and ask like, tell me more. He will search inside the database and we'll see that we uploaded a file. We provide some feedback. As you can see, it will give you also some insight that are basically some recommendation based on what is happening in the entire chronological timeline of the upload. And now we have the storage. The storage is where we can find all the file of the project. We have our cloud storage. That is Oracle Cloud Storage, so is one of the best in terms of performance, also in terms of pricing. The same storage we see here. We go back and we can find the same storage here inside the demo. We have, as I said before, workspace storage and the project storage. The workspace storage, basically you can take any file. Let's take this file, we can drag and drop it. We can do the same with multiple files. And now we have the files that are correctly uploaded. We can of course download them, we can share to other projects, we can get a public link, we can move them. The public link is the same as Dropbox or we transfer Google Meet or wherever. We also have the option to make it expired after a certain days, or to put a password protection, or also a limit on the download. We can put file download as a 5, limiting the download. We generate the link. We copy the link. If we paste the link here, we have our protected file. We put the same password we decided before. We can unlock the file. We can just download. And here we go. And we have our fountain simulation here. All the files that we push for review, we will find them here in the media page. All the files that we create in the reference page, we can find them in the story page, asset, character, board, and we have all the files that we uploaded. So everything will be in one place forever, and this is finally something that we need to solve in the film industry. You can of course invite other people to join. I will invite another account of mine. You can give different type of permission. Admin can have full access. Reviewer can just review. Artist will just take care of their own tasks. Client, you can just manage the permission inside the setting and customize them as you prefer. The permission can be at a workspace level or in a project only level. So you can select any project you want and you can give the permissions. Inside every project you can customize in every way possible. You can put all the information that you need, the end date, the project type, the visibility as we said. We have the cover image. So let's put the Spirit logo. You can put another logo here if needed. You can put a YouTube video as an embed and you will see it here, and you will of course save the changes. And if we go back we will find our project preview here with all this beautiful layout. You can of course customize all the workspace page. You can upload as well a logo here. You can customize the logo, the description. You can change also the slug. This was tutorial on how to use Spirit to manage your production. Go to check the other tutorial on how to use Spirit on your Claude or Gemini or Codex agent through MCP, or the tutorial on how to synchronize all your storage file inside your computer using the Spirit desktop app. Thank you guys, have a great day, bye bye.